Listen. Do you guys like dark drones, don't you? I know you do. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Very dark drone made in Meld in Ableton. That's the synth that came with Ableton 12. And it's going to be super dark. That's why I'm wearing these toucans, just to cheer you up a little bit so you're not afraid and scared and running away. Okay, enough of this. I'm Busy Les, and welcome to my channel, which is all about music production, sound design, Ableton Live, and all things related. So let's get busy. Come on. Oh, it pinched me. So let's get busy. Come on. Okay, so we're grabbing Meld. It is in instruments and should be here. Meld, there it is. Onto this MIDI track, and utility and limiter is already here. Okay, so this is how it sounds out of the box. Just normal. Okay, so now let's make something interesting out of it. But first, we're gonna be checking these oscillators here. So I have two oscillators, A and B. And A will have obviously different types of sound. So let's listen through a couple of them. Not much change because we can use this knob here to change them a little bit, add a little roughness or cool, interesting stuff. That's cool. There's super cool things we can create. Okay, let's stick with the noise loop. I like it for now. And I think that's going to be the sound that we're going to end up using actually. So if it's going to be dark, we need to go down a couple octaves. So we have this first macro here. Let's go minus 2 octaves. Okay, better. Pretty nasty. Okay, now let's design the amp envelope. So for sure we're going to want to have it long. A long attack, like let's say around like 4 seconds. Okay. A little lower sustain, decay also quite long, like 2 to 3 seconds, let's say. It's very delicate changes, but yeah, we want to change it a little bit. And then a really long release on 10 seconds. I release my keyboard and we still hear it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we can play with the filters. Okay, cool. Let's see what else we have. We have low pass, high pass, band pass, crunch. But I like this one, which we can drive a little bit. Kind of similar filter, but we can add a little bit of a drive and Q to make this resonance sharper a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Can we modify some things? Of course we can. Now let's go to the LFOs here. So we have the LFOs, and first things first, if we're making a drone, it's usually a good idea to make it a long, slow rate LFO. So this is the LFO, and we can apply it to some parameters here. So let's go to the matrix, and what else can we use? Let's change the rate of the noise loop here. So we have our oscillator mark 1, and let's add a little bit. So it's moving the rate a little bit. Here we have the representation. How fast does it change? Actually, very fast. Why? Because I changed the wrong LFO. Okay, there it is. It's very slow. Change LFO here in the B oscillator group. We're gonna go there in a moment. So, okay, there it is. We can make these kind of changes as well. That's the LFO 1, but with extra effects. We can change something like fade in a little bit and change the ramp like that. And then we can use like slow up and slow up and change this. So we have like a different shape. So we're also going to be needing the LFO number 2. So let's slow it down quite significantly. Let's say, okay, that's a good idea. Now let's go back to the matrix and we can pan the sound a little bit towards left and right. We can use this fade here. What does it do? It makes the steps a little bit sharper. Okay, so let's at the LFO number 1 effects on this fade knob, and then also the filter frequency. You can move it a little bit. Maybe not that far, just want it to be delicate. Now, let's try to figure out the oscillator number 2, or oscillator B. So what do we want to have here would probably be swarm sine, which is actually really cool, because if you listen to it, nothing really interesting, but when you move the motion and spacing, there we have it. Something very interesting happening. More motion with like more detune here, and then spacing will, it's like unison, you're spacing the waveforms of the sounds a little bit away from each other. So let's go somewhere in the middle here, and let's change it down 2 octaves as well. Oh, that's deep and nice. I would consider you wearing headphones to listen to these sounds now. And let's detune it slightly so they're not playing in the same sync, so they're kind of wobbling around a little bit. And now let's add this little cool parameter called spread. So I can go stereo, a little bit more wide, which is actually really cool. Stacking like 3 of them and drive it a little bit. This is really cool and really dark already. There's not much more we need to do, but let's play with the LFOs and let's play with the envelopes maybe a little bit. So the same envelope, let's make the attack longer as well. Also like 3.5 seconds, and release, let's say even more, 11 seconds. And let's play with the LFOs as well here. So we have these 2 LFOs which are very slow, and we're going to apply the LFO number 1 to the motion here. So let's take micro 1 and let's keep moving the motion and the spacing as well. But the other one, let's change it actually. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Also the LFO number 2 a bit slower, and we can actually modify the LFO 2 rate with this LFO, which is really cool. Yeah. That's cool already. Now, what else? We can go to the MIDI and let's design what would our module do, because we want to be using our module with the drone. It adds to the creativity and to the richness of the sound. So we'll go here to the A section, MIDI, and we have the module here, so we can change what does it do. So what we want to do is, let's say, to go first, the most important, filter, and then let's change the frequency with the module, like so. Let's try it now. Even too much, I'd say I wouldn't go that far. We can drive the filter a little bit more. Change the tone slightly, why not? Maybe not that much, just a little bit. And maybe change the rate. Yeah, let's make it more extreme. That's cool. Let's go to the oscillator B and let's do some changes here as well. So module is the key property. Oh, but we didn't play with this filter at all. Okay, let's open the filter. Doesn't really do much. Let's change the filter to phaser. Okay, that's cool. That's all we need to change, basically. So let's continue. Now, when you have this all done, basically I wouldn't change much in it. It's actually very dark, and it's dark enough. Is it? Let's go a couple notes down. Yeah, pretty cool. Now, yeah, the envelope's already very long. Let's shorten it for just a moment while we're creating. Now, let's add some effects. We want effects at the end. So first things first, we're going to use a phaser. Just the stock phaser will be absolutely fine. You don't need to change much. Let's go down on the dry wet. Maybe like so. Just the delicate changes. And now we want a reverb. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a convolution reverb. Now let's change a little bit here. So impulse response, I found any of these from Haraum will be quite good. A little bit longer decay. This is really deep. That's so much sub frequencies. Very cool. And super loud at the same time. I think really hitting the limiter here. Let's have a look. Kinda, almost there. Let's turn down the volume a little bit. Drive here. It's like super dark and super scary. We can play with a pitch bend wheel. But let's limit so it doesn't go that far. Let's go here to the MIDI settings here, oscillator A, MIDI, and we have the pitch bend wheel. It changes pitch by 7. Was it like semitones? Let's go to like 1 only. Let's type it in manually. 1, and then to the B, also 1. Let's see, what does it do now? Yeah, like 1 semitone. Makes sense. Maybe 2 will be okay, so there's 1 tone. Maybe it's opening the filter too much. Let's close it down a bit. Yeah, you can of course add more reverbs, because why not? Let's duplicate this one. And then let's change the impulse response to something like this. And let's try it now. Let's add a redux in between. I know I've found redux to be really cool recently, and I'm using it quite often, but let's not get too crazy with it. Dry wet, maybe not 100%, 50 will be fine. Just add a little crackle here. Maybe even here. Yeah, that's cool. I like it that way. Now, that was super cool. And now the good news. You don't need to be doing all of this. You don't need to be following, but I highly encourage that because you'll practice more. But you can download this patch for free from our website. Just follow the link in the description box down below and just download it, slap it into your Ableton, and you're ready to go and create really cool, dark, scary textures. Got it? But now, if you want to learn a little bit more about making super cool and dark drones, you need to watch this video next. Okay, so see you there. And that's it from me for today. Thanks so much for watching and see you guys next video. Cheers.